Oh my goodness. I feel really deceived because I spent money on these things, and it's just a cycle of exploitation. They exploit us, the consumer, they exploit the environment, they exploit the people making this. It's just, it's these brands, they're a scam, and they're just exploiting us as the consumer, and they're exploiting everyone, and they're just like, I want to say raping us, raping the environment, raping us, like giving us garbage. Literally giving us garbage to wear at these high margins that they are producing these things. And like I said, I have a source who worked in the fashion industry, who saw these factories, who saw how these things are being produced, and how all these companies, they use the same factories, the same people, and it's just, we crave, it's also us as a consumer, we crave more and more and more and more, but I think it's because like the stuff that we're being sold, it doesn't actually work, it doesn't perform in its performance wear, it's also a scam. It's like, there's so much athleisure. It's just everyone wearing plastic leggings, spandex galore, spandex shapewear, spandex underwear. Yeah, it's inverted. It's in the disguise like Patagonia that they're doing really great things for the environment. You can be outdoorsy, you can stay warm, it's good for you. Well, you can read this book or not. I can highlight a point. You could just read these facts. Like, medical studies have found that synthetic fibers help to induce muscle fatigue and muscle motor disorders, which for competitive athletes can mean the difference between winning and losing. So, I mean, it causes muscle fatigue, and then you use this to work out, like in Lululemon and ADIDAS and Nike, all these things. It's just plastic. It's plastic, 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 plastic. So it even says clothing manufacturers and even many toxicologists choose to believe that absorbing tiny amounts of toxic chemicals from individual items of clothing cannot be harmful to you. Many of these same chemicals are used in synthetic clothing. That means we absorb tiny amounts of chemicals repeatedly from multiple sources until they add up to reach a tipping point, which within us, that could be harmful. So please do your own research, figure out, like, just read, or you can take my word for it because I've read. Just read it, make your own decision, decide if you want to keep wearing all this plastic and supporting these companies. So, synthetic fibers are man-made fibers. They're usually oil-based petroleum derivatives, so these are plastic. We are wearing plastic, and these have so many harsh chemicals. It's bad for the environment, it pollutes, it's bad for the workers in the factory, and in my opinion, it is bad for you, the consumer, because it rests on your skin, and it's all the chemicals, it does not allow your skin to breathe. And so, the semi-synthetics, they start from a natural material. Rayon comes from a wood pulp. The chemicals involved in the processing to extract it are very harsh and have been known and linked to adverse health effects. When I was in university, I studied textile and apparel design, and we had to learn how to identify different materials. I realized the prevalence of man-made synthetic materials, which is 69% of our current clothing industry. I've been on a health journey to eliminate these things. And I was really shocked when I read this book, Killer Clothes. It really goes into depth about all of the harsh chemicals, all of the health effects, all of the detriments that these materials cause. And I can highly recommend you do your own research. This is my opinion and my advice, but I prefer to wear natural materials going forward because I like how they feel on me, they breathe, they're comfortable, and I just think they last longer, and it just, for me, it makes a big difference. So let's get into it, and this is a really long list. If I were to go into everything, this would probably be an hour-long video. So this is just to raise awareness so you know what these materials are, where to find them. So I started off with clothing because that's where I have my background in clothing design, but then I realized that this is not just clothing. This extends to our house, our home furnishings, our bedding, our mattresses, our fillings in our upholstered items, and it's shocking when you start to realize the plastic empire that we currently live in. It's up to us to do our due diligence to realize just how much plastics are around us, and again, we're surrounded in plastics. So I'm going to highlight not just clothing, but other items around the house just from my quick search. So this is a collection of clothing that I just grabbed from the house. Okay, we're gonna start. Shoes, the lining inside, polyester, bottom plastic. These random shit from Zara, so fast fashion items, typically polyester. Fleece sleepwear. You sleep in this, you sweat, it traps everything in. Fleece sleepwear. Sleepwear in general, like that fake satin sleepwear as well from Victoria's Secret. These little shiny fake silk looking blouses that you usually get anywhere when they're not silk. So 100% polyester. Swimwear, swimwear, swimwear. Why is there nothing that is not plastic to swim in? Also, nude beaches are not a thing. We sit in the sun. This heats up. You're heating up plastic on your body. And chlorine in the pool. So swimming, because naked swimming is frowned upon right now, what can we do about swimwear? Swimwear, step it up. Sweaters. They're wool blends. Look out for wool blends in sweaters. It's really sad. I love Sezane, but they use polyester wool blends, which is really sad because it's alpaca and mohair, but ruined because it has polyester. Or wait, this one is ruined. Cost cutting from semi-premium brands for sweaters because it has 28% polymade. Since I brought up the topic of semi-premium French brands, this is from Sandro. My husband bought a hemp shirt because he realized the crusade I am on against synthetic fabrics. This cheap plastic button, you can see here. On both sides, this button on both sides, it broke off. He was just like buttoning his shirt and really, Sandro? Third time he wore it. Cost cutting is insane right now. So all these brands, they're using cheaper materials. They're cost cutting on their buttons. So even if you have a natural material, those little plastic buttons can disappoint. It was on sale and it was still too much money. He was super unhappy. So shame on you, Sandro. Let's continue. Okay. So when you think of wellness and yoga, what comes to mind? Lululemon yoga pants. Plastic, plastic, plastic. Just plastic. Plastic, plastic. Lululemon for men and women, Lululemon from a reputable source is cost cutting significantly, are becoming lower and lower quality. So just say no to Lululemon if you're doing workout routines. Speaking of workout, it's like all workout wear. Let's just continue. Sports bras, sports pants. This is the ADIDAS by Stella McCartney. Thank you, Stella McCartney. It's already peeling off and it's plastic. And for me, workout wear is super important. The sports bra as well from Under Armour. They call it performance wear, but you're sweating and heating your body up, and it's not moisture wicking, it's trapping heat in your body. My husband's grabbing more things because it's just like, okay, you're sweating in this, you're working out, your body the temperature is raising. It's just like, do you see this? We accept this from brands. This is the premium brand, and it's just a piece of garbage. So yoga wear, sports wear, swimwear, workout wear. If we could stop with the workout wear, the performance wear, all these things that I see, especially in America, people always wear athleisure. Athleisure for me is just, I see plastic. Everywhere I go, I see plastic, and it's tragic. We can do better than all of this. This is just plastic, 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 plastic. Okay, so I have a lot of ADIDAS right now, which they are apparently doing extreme cost cutting and squeezing their suppliers massively. This one from ADIDAS by Stella McCartney is 47% nylon, 34% elastane, and 19% polyester. You're getting a plastic soup here, isn't that fun? And then we have these ADIDAS shorts. It's already peeling off. It's lovely. This stuff is really, it's just awful because this goes into a landfill and it's plastic basically. So, I mean, people don't even want to use plastic bags at the grocery store, but yeah, these clothes. We have these pair of Kappa shorts from the 90s, so some vintage Kappa. This is also polyester, I believe. Let's see. 100% polyester, but even 90s polyester is lasting better than the new polyester. If you notice that, like, when you wear these fabrics, they pill when you wash them. They get little bumpies on them, and the garment does not last. It just doesn't have the longevity, and you're paying these companies for the brand. You're not paying it for your health, and you're not paying it for the longevity of the product, so you have to keep buying, you have to keep replacing it. It's part of this disposable economy and culture we have. So, shout out to Lululemon and ADIDAS for your cost cutting. Let's continue. And oh my gosh, I'm getting so warm on my lap from just having this plastic on me. It's crazy. I'm wearing a wool skirt right now. Not wool. I'm wearing a silk skirt right now. And these clothes, just like, I can feel them trapping the heat. It's awful. Okay, so workout wear, we did swimwear. Again, underwear. So bras. This one, it's all plastic. It traps the heat. You can look into studies about breast cancer and polyester usage. It's appalling and tragic. I did a video on polyester underwear already, plastic underwear. This is basically Victoria's Secret. Again, I have a reputable source. They are extremely cost-cutting as well. So just, it's all branding and marketing. It's just like, this is plastic garbage. It should not be anywhere, especially on your genital area. So it's just, okay, so we can continue also with Victoria's Secret because I have another reputable source and that knows about the factories. It's young women working in these factories being exploited for minimum wage, and it's just cost cutting, giving you, the consumer, a bad product, exploiting the workers with their products, and it's just overall. The women who are working on these garments are exposed to these chemicals day in, day out. The health effects on them is awful, and it's at what cost? At what cost? We're all human here. It's at what cost? Do we want these cheap garments? Do we want this marketing? Do we want, what do we want with these corporations? It's like, at what cost? For these lives that are exposed to these chemicals every single day to produce this cheap garbage, which now it's like, this is laser cut. No one even sewed this. The garment craftsmanship, I mean, I got graded in my sewing. There's no delicate, intricate stitching. There's no embroidery. It's just plastic garbage that does not belong on your body. Let's continue. And okay, if I could live a day without seeing another one of these Patagonia fleeces, North Face fleeces, everyone loves these fleeces. I don't know why. This one I used to think it looked like a Cookie Monster jacket, but it's also plastic. Fleece is plastic, and I think with these polyester fleeces, you can see that they have a pilling, just like faux furs. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on faux furs. Those things are the worst for the environment. You need even more plastic to make all the little hairs, so just like this fleece, it uses even more to create these little, yeah, these things. So Patagonia, everyone loves Patagonia, 100% polyester. Yeah, so I think Patagonia thinks that they are good for the environment, but why? Because they use recycled polyester. Again, I'm going to insert the recycled polyester process chart right here as we zoom in on the Patagonia. Just please stop with these. Yeah, it's ugly. It's not doing you a favor to wear it. It doesn't look cute. It's just no. Okay, so now we're on this. Let's continue. We have more. So I live in a very cold environment. And so if you look at this, everyone's going to say, okay, we started with things that touch your body, but now we have outerwear. There's so much outerwear that is plastic. So let's see here. This one, it kind of makes sense to me actually. A raincoat, because it's plastic. It's like wearing a plastic bag when you leave the grocery store on your head to keep your hair dry. So this one I can kind of understand. A raincoat, okay. A raincoat, that one makes a little bit of sense. Since we live in a cold environment, base layers for when you are in the snow. Polyester, it's fleece. I can recommend wool. I love wool base layers, they keep you warm. Okay, base layers for skiing, base layers for outdoors activities, just base layers in general. I like with the Patagonia, I just don't understand because these companies, the clientele, they brand it, where they position their brand, it's for outdoorsy, healthy people who like the environment. I mean, if you are a person who loves the environment, you love to be outdoors, you love to go hiking, why do we advertise these performance wears, this Gore-Tex, all of these plastic materials? Because if you love the environment, I'm just assuming maybe you don't necessarily love plastic and you don't like pollution and you don't like chemicals entering our nature. Just gonna assume that and put that out there. So just like Lululemon with activewear and exercising. It's like you're exercising, being healthy. Why are you wearing plastic then? It's just baffles me. Baffles me this logic of, yeah, where is the thought here? It's just the irony of this. It's actually, it's appalling, the irony. I can only just like laugh because it's the only reaction I can come up with because it's really messed up. So yeah, you think you're exercising. Oh, I have goosebumps again of this, like, this absurdity. We need to learn to think again. Again, this is like the point of my channel, to raise awareness and to think, because it's just, we've been duped again. We've been sold deceptions and lies, and we think we're doing something good, like working out, being in nature, hiking, skiing, and then we're wearing plastic, and then we feed these monsters who sell us plastic. Okay, so let's continue. These little shell jackets. Again, I see these everywhere. And I mean, I even have them. This is 1 year old. Look how it discolors. It's just like, this is 1 year old. It's really appalling. So let's see what this one's made out of. Made in Bangladesh. 100% polyester, shell polyester, lining polyester, insulation polyester. Polyester, polyester, polyester. Everyone wears these little things. Gloves again. And these things, literally, this is just sitting next to me for this purpose, and they're so warm. It's making me sweat from having all this plastic by me. So these little gloves, also plastic, filled with plastic. Plastic, 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 and then, oopsies. And then these things, the basic down coats that, of course, you should have in the winter to keep you warm. And let's just do this. Let's look at this thing here. Made in Vietnam. The face fabric polyester, the leather part calf leather. Oh wow, the leather part is actually real leather this time. Ooh, this is fun. Faux fur is Modal acrylic. Faux fur trim, Modal acrylic. So you get some more acrylic, which it's you can research into faux fur. I've read so much about faux fur. It's one of the biggest polluters for fabrics, and everyone loves their faux fur coats. So the faux fur is Modal acrylic, and polyester, and then the polyester, and then the nylon polyamide. Whew. Where's the ingredients? The ingredients list. Where do we see it? Made in Canada with domestic and imported. Is it like in a zipper pocket? It's usually these things in a zipper. So let's talk about everybody's favorite, the Canada Goose. Okay, so it took me a while to find this one. Oh my goodness. I feel really deceived because I spent money on these things, and it's just a cycle of exploitation. They exploit us, the consumer, they exploit the environment, they exploit the people making this, they just exploit everyone. We're sold these things, we pay a lot of money for them, and we're getting chemical byproducts, chemicals, and it's just bad all around, and it's just, no one's held accountable for these things. So let's look at the Canada Goose. Not to be removed. This article contains a new material only. So what is that? So there's coyote fur. The shell is, okay, here we go. The outer shell is 85% polyester, 15% cotton. The lining is 100% nylon. The fill is at least down and feathers. The padding is 100% polyester. And then the trim is, I think I said coyote or fur. So, like, this I feel scammed. This is a waste of money, and it's polyester. It did keep me warm, but I'm just kind of, I feel scammed. And like my husband just said, it's really ugly. So this is probably gonna end up on eBay, my husband said. So before everyone realizes that they don't want polyester, maybe from this video. So let's just throw this down here, and let's continue. This is really fun. So, oh my gosh, actually, no. I'm not done yet. I'm here on accessories. So hats, baseball caps. We don't have baseball caps in this house, but I'm assuming baseball caps are polyester. But this is a wool polyester blend. Sad because I actually kind of like this hat. So hats. These little fake silk looking scarves that are quite cute. They're also plastic. Socks, nylons, actually literally called nylon. Yeah, that's one of those synthetic materials. So like these nylons, tights, which is upsetting because I love tights for my legs in the winter when it's cold, and that's also a plastic thing that we put on ourselves. Okay, so backpacks, also made out of plastic and nylon and new materials, and the padding is also polyester. So backpacks and bags and accessories. So then designer bags, especially vegan leathers. I looked up what a Louis Vuitton bag is made out of, and it is cotton and linen apparently on the canvas, but coated with a plastic coating to make it durable, which I guess it does make it durable, but then it's again a plastic bag. So now we did a basic overview of things that we wear, accessories, winter wear, swimwear, workout wear. Plastic world. I kind of want to put like Barbie girl, like I'm a Barbie girl, like, okay, put in there, but I don't know what to do with the copyright thing. So now, one thing that was new for me, because I just became a mom 2 months ago, is baby items. Baby toys, stuffed animals, let's see this. Little kids, babies, they put this in their mouth. They're suckling on it. I don't think there's any, like, accountability for what these materials are. 100% polyester. which is sad because it's a cute little koala, and I love koalas, and it's jiggle and giggle. Yes, it's a decorative koala because I think it's really cute and I love koalas. So these little things, again, like I know babies love to put these in their mouth and like snuggle with them, lay with them. It's like we can just put them with a plastic bottle. We can just snuggle, have our kids or babies snuggle with a little plastic bottle or a little Ziploc bag maybe. So this one again, made in China, all new material, polyester fiber stuffing. And I think also I read in the book Killer Clothes with polyester, it gets worse as it ages. So it's not like the chemicals, you can keep washing them. And that's another thing when you wash things like laundry detergents are full of chemicals, but that's another rant for another day. But like when you wash these fabrics, it actually like, it gets worse. It releases more of these chemicals. So it's not like it gets better as it ages. So it contains polyester fibers. More polyester. The Beanie Baby. Sorry, Pugsley. This handcrafted baby shoe from the Netherlands. It's really sad. It's like these handicrafts which you buy acrylic yarn, and then you spend all the time to knit, and then it's acrylic and also plastic. It was great aunt who was in her 90s and she knit that for us, and now I'm feeling grateful. It's really sad because I'm not sad that she knit that for us. I'm really sad that we as the consumers, the affordability, it's just like I at least want nice materials. I want to feel like it's safe on my body, but then the price of these things, the accessibility of these things, and just oh my gosh, it's just everything. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. I wish. Okay, continuing on. Little baby outerwear, suits, again, polyester, plastic. I think anything fleece. Baby sleepwear. What's this one? 100% polyester, polyester, polyester. Again, it probably has flame retardants as well. So it's not just polyester, it's the flame retardants, because if you put polyester in a flame, it goes boom. It just boom. And so you need to have chemicals on top of the polyester, besides the chemicals that make the polyester to be the flame retardants. I just did some damage grabbing that. And then baby items like this. So this one has organic cotton on it, but the filling is polyester, because then again, it's really hard to find things that are not stuffed with polyester. So I am talking about car seats, high chairs, swinging upholstery, baby carriers. That's why I did the Artipop carrier, which I have a video on. So all of these baby accessories, baby sitting items, baby things with stuffing, it's typically polyester, so baby items are also with them. And then also remember the flame retardants. How much more? I'm in a plastic world right now. I did clothing, which basically encompasses all of the clothing. And then these are sneaky items that make, it's like sticking to me. It feels so gross. These are items that sneak into your home that are also plastic. These little towels, this one is semi-synthetic, so it's bamboo rayon. Again, bamboo. It's not bamboo. It's not a cute little panda. It's not a panda. It's a semi-synthetic fiber. So towels, rayon. Oh my goodness. So my husband and I, we were buying rugs, and we accidentally bought a silk rug, and we were like, okay, are you sure it's natural material? And then the salesman said yes, and then we realized we bought a bamboo silk rug. We thought we bought a silk rug. Luckily we were able to return it, but bamboo silk is really also not that great. It's really bad for the environment, and it does not age well. So rugs as well. Natural materials, I like finding wool rugs. We like to get them secondhand because they last a long time, and rugs also, oh my gosh. And carpeting, oh my god. Everything's plastic, even carpeting. All these houses have wall-to-wall carpeting. Oh my goodness. Okay, towels. Sheets. These are polyester sheets. Like again, with the sleepwear, you don't want to sleep in polyester sheets. Your body's not going to breathe. It's going to trap that, and it's just layers and layers and layers of plastic on you. And also if you have a memory foam mattress, that's plastic. It's foam. There's just so much plastic. So we've solved that one. We have a wool mattress, so I can do a video on that, and like we sleep so much better. So we solved that problem. We have a wool mattress now because this is, it's steps. Like I said, it's steps to get there, because literally, oh my gosh, I'm getting so warm for this. Literally everything's plastic. So little decorative cushions. I think this is Plastic on the outside, plastic on the inside. These things were in the house when we moved in. These are, can you hear that?
Oh my god. It's like electric static.
Yeah, it's static. It's sticking to me in static. These are 100% polyester. These are awful. This is why I'm sewing new curtains. So I also did a video on sewing curtains. Yeah, so curtains, upholstery fabrics again, house decor items, plastic, little fleece throw blankets again, polyester, plastic, pillows. Which one's this? Look at these. 100% polyester. There's the outer shell polyester as well, so you get to sleep on plastic. So you get to breathe that while you're wrapped up in your plastic blanket with your plastic pajamas. Let's see. Oh, the shell is cottonelly. So you get cotton on the shell, but you have polyester batting. There's probably flame retardants on this as well. That wraps up the list. There's plenty more. I'm all staticky now. I probably need to go wash myself off. As I just did that, I noticed a trend of the country of production for these items, and typically it is in a country where workers are being exploited, and then we have the supply chains to exploit us as the consumer to pay too much money for these plastic materials, and also the environment pays a price for this as well. So I think the first argument is it's expensive to buy these natural materials. I get it. It is. So what we do at my house is we go to Goodwill and thrift stores and estate sales, and I buy secondhand clothing, and I buy secondhand clothing that's made with natural materials. That's because I don't think, how long can this keep going? I mean, the clothes don't last, the workers' health is at risk, the environment's at risk, our health is at risk. Wow. It's really crazy. So this is my video just showing you where these items are. There's plenty more in your house. At least in our house, there's plenty more. It's a process of going through and slowly shifting and making educated buying decisions. So I hope that you can please go look at your clothing in your closet, or look at your outerwear, or look at your workout wear, or look at your swimwear, and just realize what percentage of your wardrobe or your closet is made from these materials. So if you have any items that I left out or that you can think of, it would be really fun if you could comment. We can be little detectives trying to find these plastic materials.